Hello YouTube and welcome. It's time for another Parkside vs Festool battle. Today I will present you the brand new Parkside Performance corded Jigsaw, the PPSTK 550A1 model, and I will compare it with the reputable Festool PS 420 EBQ. Starting with the similarities, the two machines are equipped with brushless motors. Both machines are rated 550 watts. The no-load stroke speed on both models is ranging from 1500 up to 3800 strokes per minute. The stroke length on the two models is 26 millimeters. They both feature a pendulum stroke regulator with 4 positions and a speed regulator with 5 settings plus an additional auto function. The two machines are equipped with a removable aluminum saw table and removable plastic base runners. The two base runners are equipped with plexiglass splinter guards. On the Festool, the splinter guard is missing. This is not a brand new unit. Both machines are equipped with an additional guide for the saw blade. And finally, both machines feature detachable power cords with a bayonet connector. Let's continue with the differences between the two machines. Talking about the detachable power cord, the bayonet connector on Festool is way more rigid. Additionally, on Festool, the bayonet receptacle has a tilting option. Nothing similar on Parkside. The speed regulator on Festool is using really nice rotary switch, while on Parkside it's using those dreadful membrane buttons. The two models are equipped with on-off switches on the left and on the right, but on Festool they are more mechanical. Parkside is using membrane buttons instead, and one of them is already not working. You can hear the clicking sound here. No sound here. Like I already told you, the two models feature an additional guide for the saw blade, but on Festool, the tips of the guide are made from carbide or some other additionally hardened material, while on Parkside, as far as I can tell, the guide is entirely made from simple steel. The two models feature an additional lever for easier installation and removal of the saw blade. On Festool, the process is one idea easier. That's because you can lock the chuck in open position, and then you have to simply insert, twist and secure the saw blade. Removal is super easy. On Parkside, the process is more like on the majority of the jigsaws out there. You have to constantly hold the lever, hold the chuck in open position, and with your other hand you have to insert the saw blade. Removal again is pretty easy. Just like Festool, Parkside features some sort of a chips guard, but judging by its design, I don't think it will last long. The chips guard on Festool features bigger adjustability, and as you can see, it offers better protection. With their standard saw tables, both tools can do only 90-degree cuts. However, Festool offers a variety of accessories. One of them is an adjustable saw table, which makes the tool capable of cutting at angles up to 45 degrees. Unfortunately, Parkside is not offering such accessories for its tool, at least for now. Well, Parkside comes with a parallel guide, something that you have to buy separately on Festool, and it's equipped with an integrated sawdust blower and a laser guide. Somehow I forgot to mention that the two machines are equipped with adapters for external dust extraction. As you can see, the diameter of the adapter on Festool is way smaller, and probably it's a good idea to show you the difference in attaching the saw table. The mechanism on Parkside and the mechanism on Festool. Both mechanisms look pretty rigid. And finally, the internal components of the two models. Festool is using a brushless motor with Hall sensor, a self-contained brushless motor. Parkside, on the other hand, is using a brushless motor without Hall sensor and with the need of an external support. Let's take a closer look at the reciprocating mechanisms. Both machines are using half plastic, half aluminium casing. The mechanism of Parkside and the mechanism you can find in Festool. Judging by the size of the sprocket in Festool, I might say I'm expecting bigger torque from that machine. And now something that I want to point your attention to. Earlier in the video I told you that the Festool unit over here is not a brand new unit, but as you can see from the condition of the plastics, it haven't seen that much work. However, it was a real surprise for me that not only on Parkside but on a relatively low used Festool you can find a damaged sprocket. Take a look at those teeth. The difference here is that in contrast with Parkside, on Festool you can order spare parts, you can order that sprocket. And looking at the other part of the reciprocating mechanism, I could say that Festool is definitely better built. By the way, the grease you see here is not the factory grease. It was replaced by me when servicing the machine. I've even managed to fix the second on-off switch on Parkside. It was not properly installed at the factory. Before doing some cutting tests, let's try to visualize the vibrations produced by the two machines, but with the note that Festool over here is not a brand new unit, so normally the vibrations on it should be bigger. Starting with speed level 1. Speed level 3. And speed level 5. Like I told you, the vibrations on Festool were bigger, but most likely this is due to the wear of the unit. I will start with this 4 cm thick tabletop chipboard. The two machines will be using this speed blade made by Bosch. The machines would be running on speed level 1 and the pendulum stroke will be on setting 1 also. You can see that the cut is pretty straight. And just like with Festool, the cutting line is pretty straight. Looking at those pieces, I do see some twisting, but this is most likely due to the thickness of the material. Unfortunately on Parkside, just after one single cut, I see one really unpleasant free play in the additional guide of the blade. And there's no bolt, no nothing to minimize this free play. Most likely it's due to the design of the additional guide. It's attached to the pendulum stroke roller. It's moving with it. On Festool, the design is different. The additional guide is attached to the chassis of the machine. It's stationary, and the pendulum stroke roller is a separate mechanism. So far so good. That was at speed level 1. I will change that to level 3, and the pendulum stroke to position 3 also. Generally, Festool does not recommend using a parallel guide and a jigsaw on a material thicker than 18 mm, as the cuts won't be perfectly square. You saw the twisting I got on the 4 cm thick chipboard, so I am decreasing the thickness of the material to 18 mm chipboard. On both machines I will be using a genuine Festool Carvex cutting blade, and to eliminate any doubts, the additional blade guide is adjusted according to Festool's recommendations. Not only that, but the blade makes perfect angle with the saw base. If we skip the fact that there was no splinter guard on the saw base, I might say that the cut is more than perfect. But of course, the chuck on Parkside won't be able to accommodate the thickness of the blade of Festool. I think you can clearly see the difference in thickness between Festool Carvex and this Bosch Clean for wood. And Bosch fits perfectly into Parkside. But what's even stranger is that here I have a genuine Parkside cutting blade, quite similar to Festool Carvex. And even that blade won't fit into the chuck of the new machine. Absolutely no way. I have to hammer it down, and if I do, I'm not sure if I will be able to ever remove it. So now I have this problem: which blade should I use? Bosch Progressor for wood, Bosch Clean, or probably this Bosch Speed, which looks quite similar to the Festool Carvex. Well, I will go with Bosch Speed. The additional blade guide is adjusted in a similar fashion, just like on Festool. I'm a little bit worried about this free play in the guide. Unfortunately, there's no way to repair it or to fix it. Just like on Festool, I won't be using a splinter guard. The machine is set on speed level 3, and the pendulum stroke is on setting 3 also. At the end, the machine went a little bit to the left, but it's hardly noticeable. I think the cut is pretty well done. For those of you saying Parkside can't cut straight, I think it's performing decently well for its price. One final cut, this time at speed level 5. The cut is damn straight. If I was using a splinter guard, it would be even better. By the way, the Festool is really picky about its cutting blades. Before starting with this video, I did some tests with this Bosch Progressor and the cuts weren't straight as when using the Festool Carvex blade, so keep that in mind. And finally, Parkside at speed level 5. I might say that the quality of the cut is absolutely the same as on Festool. Of course, to eliminate those chips, you need the splinter guard or a blade for clean cutting. I forgot to mention that I didn't feel lack of power with either of the machines. They're powerful enough, and I think I've managed to cover everything on them. Of course, I'm no professional woodworker, so this review is covering more like the general features of the machines and their internal mechanics. The price of Festool is about 6 times more than Parkside. But as you saw from the damage of the motor sprocket, it's not a demigod of the power tools, it has its own flaws. But the sad part here is the free play in the additional guide of Parkside. With time, this will get even worse. Overall, it's not a bad machine, but just like any other Parkside model, it comes with some really silly decisions. Well, enough with this video. If you'd like it, you know the drill. Bye and see you soon.